Jesus is inviting everyone called by His name to go. Go and create 1 million smiles, 1 million memorable moments, 1 million relationships. Who will go? I will go. Here's how.
I will go like Jesus with acts of kindness. This is another how. Go like Jesus. Everywhere Jesus went, He was moved by compassion. He had compassion and He opened eyes. He had compassion on the crowd and He fed them. Jesus was always acting from the concept of compassion, acts of kindness. So you can find here in Acts chapter 10 and verse 38 again, that God was moved by the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit gave Him power. And what did He do? He went around doing good and healing. So as you go, we're asking you to go out and touch 10 million individuals with acts of kindness. You only have to be responsible for the people within your sphere of influence. So here you find that God gives you a divine appointment. And your first step is to become kind to this person. Start finding ways in which you can reach out to these individuals. You might want to help them mow their lawn. You might help them fix a flat tire. You might want to bake bread and take it next door. You may want to remind the husband next door of his wife's birthday. Little acts of kindness like this, friends, will open the heart to individual. We showed you the neuroscience of this. And so my first introduction to this concept of acts of kindness was as a little boy. I couldn't have been more than about 7, 8, 9 years of age when this lady became sick. She was of a different church where they wear this special wrap and had this either dress in a white dress or a red dress to church. And she got gravely ill. Now, in the Caribbean, in Jamaica where I grew up, there are no visiting nurses. There was no 911. There was no home health service. You pretty much, if you can't function and you don't have family members to care for you, you're on your own. And my grandmother went over and cared for this lady, washed for her, cooked for her, and nursed her through a very long illness of about a month. And then one Sunday afternoon, I should let you know, at that time it was Pastor Woodburn was his name. And he had this thing where he said, you know, a lot of people won't come to church on Sabbath, but they'll come on Sunday night. So he would have an evangelistic program every Sunday night. It usually starts around 6, 7 p.m. And that afternoon, that Sunday afternoon at around 5 o'clock, this woman turned up on her front porch. She was dressed differently than she normally dressed, and she just turned up. So I went to my grandmother. I said, you know this lady that was sick? I think she's sick again, and I think she's hungry. So my grandmother came out and said, hi, how are you? And she said, I'm fine. And the lady just sat down. She never said anything. So my grandmother, curious, came back again and said, how can I help you? And she said, I'm coming to church with you. Just like that. My grandmother called me and said, Errol, get ready. We're going to church a little earlier this evening. And just like that, no Bible studies, nothing. My grandmother just went out and did acts of kindness. To my knowledge, I know of about 56 people that she led to Christ. And you know what the thing about it? She never attended school one day in her life. Totally uneducated. And she was one of the champions of God, using just this one tool of acts of kindness. So when God gives you an appointment, friends, just do as Jesus does. Every day through all the individuals that He's leading, go around and do acts of kindness. Go about and do good. It opens the door and it signals to the individual that you are someone that they can trust. It'll open the doors to their hearts and they will follow you. Acts of kindness.